So I was thinking of what color I should paint this Corvette, because you know, street machines tend to be real wild colored, and the box art for the Streaker Vette is red, but I had a couple of paints sitting in my box that I thought maybe I'd kind of look at. I was looking at TS24 purple, which I actually used on the Ron Keselowski Charger from about a year or two back. I had some Go Man Go left. Can't remember what car I used that one for. Then I had a nearly full can of Testors Gloss Custom Red, and at $4.99 for the bottle or can. Tells you I've had that for a while, because I think they're like $8, $9 now. And then finally I had an unopened can of Model Master Custom Spray Enamel of Burgundy Red Metallic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually decant that into a jar, and then see if I need to thin it out a little bit, and then do some airbrushing. So I'm going to kind of think about it for a bit, and when I get to the spray paint booth, you'll see what I chose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Dave here at Scale Models Midwest. Welcome back to the workbench. Glad to have you checking out the videos. Continue to like and subscribe and tell your friends about the channel. I certainly appreciate it. As you can see, I got the Corvette painted.
and I also have it cleared. It was not without its issues, as you see in the video. The airbrush, I don't think I had the needle in all the way seated, and I thought I did, but noticed when it started to leak, I immediately stopped my airbrushing and tried again. I cleaned up the airbrush as best I could, and then I was trying to put a little bit more paint in the cup. I accidentally, I don't know if I bumped the table or what, but I got some paint on the airbrush itself, probably more so on the airbrush than I did in the cup, but I soldiered on, and I ultimately got about 5 coats of the ruby red metallic from Model Master. I chose this color right here, actually burgundy red metallic. This spray can had been in my stash for I don't know how many years, never opened. It had a $4.99 price on it, and now they're like $9 a can, so that should tell you probably how long I've had it. But I'm trying to use up a lot of my cans of paints as I start to go more towards airbrush. I mean, I'm still going to keep some Tamiya's around, like my NATO black and some of my military grays and whatnot, as well as, you know, naturally the flat black, semi-gloss black, gunmetal, what have you. Those I'll still keep as Tamiya can. But as far as body colors and even interiors, I'm going to probably start switching over to all airbrush as I get more adept at it. This is by far not my best paint job with an airbrush, but like I said, I'm going to show you the trials and tribulations that I learned my way through it and what have you. This one, of course, was a rattle can, but I decided to decant it into one of my spare Tamiya bottles. So as you can see right here, I got plenty of paint left. There's about up to the 20 mark, so I should have enough for another, I don't know, 4 or 5 coats of paint on whatever kit I use that for going forward. But in the meantime, this one, like I said, had issues with it, pretty much caused by me. And like I said, as I airbrushed it, it laid down on the kit okay, but as I noticed it was leaking, I kind of rushed it. And as you can see right now, the clear that's on the kit came from testers as well. It's the lacquer clear. I did decant that into the airbrush. I did spray 2 light coats and a nice medium wet heavy coat. That's what you see here. And while the paint job isn't perfect, I do have to say that paint preparation, body preparation is definitely key on this. I'm going to paint the inside of the body flat black, kind of match the interior of the car. But as you can see, the gloss comes out really well. I can't wait to actually lightly sand this. I'm going to go again with the 3000 grit all the way up to 12,000. I might actually start with 1500, knock this one down. I did airbrush with the hood in place, and I'm noticing myself that it's just slightly off color, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to be using some decals to kind of go over that. Again, some wash on the panel lines, and then of course, you know, some Molotow on the paint pen. On the panel lines, this kit also put up a fight because the doors, the tops of the doors were all but non-existent as far as the panel line scribing was. So I scribed them as best I could. I did have some scratches where I had to go back over them several times to sand them down, and yet I still have a couple that I missed, but I figure it's okay. It is what it is. It's not going to be a contest-winning show model by any means. It's just one I wanted to build for fun for Jason over at Blue Ox Model Shop for his Street Machine build. This is the first one. I got a couple more in mind I'll tell you about as we go along. But ultimately, I think it came out all right. I mean, it's a good looking gloss. Again, decanted into the jars and then airbrushed that. So yeah, I'm happy with the result. It's not perfect, but I am happy with the result. And when I look here, you know, as I get this thing all buttoned up, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. Seeing the blower stick out through the hood like that. Good little street machine that you probably would have seen at the Carcraft Street Machine Nationals if you were in DuQuoin or Minnesota, heck, even Good Guys. Good Guys is going to be coming here to Des Moines July 5th, 6th, and 7th. Just happens to be on my birthday, so I'm going to try and get at least the 6th off so I can go and check them out. So yeah, with that, I'm going to go on ahead and get this buttoned up for the few other things I'm working on. Some more paint detail. This one I'll start working more this weekend on with the wet sanding, polishing out, and then of course the panel line accents, the chrome volatile, get that going. But in the meantime, I've got plenty of other kits to work on. I am sure you do too. So continue building those cool kits, and we'll keep you on the update for this and other kits. See you in the next video.